Hey everyone, I'm Julie from the Techie Teacher. Happy November. I cannot believe November is already here. But I just got back from working with the first grade class today in writing, and I wanted to share with you the project that we are working on. It's called Turkey Tales, and it's one of my favorite Thanksgiving projects that I blogged about. I think it was back in like 2015, and I've linked the blog post up above here that contains all of the resources and the free iPad apps that I'm about to show you, so you can carry this out with your students if you're interested. So like I said, I'm working in first grade, and I want to show you what we worked on today and then what we're going to finish up next week to make this project complete. So in a nutshell, Turkey Tales is a writing project in which students are going to create a turkey using the free app called Hand Turkey, and then write a little story about their turkey that they are then going to turn into a recording using one of the recording apps. We're going to use ChatterKid next week because it's super easy for the little kids. But one of my favorite apps to use, I used to use, was FaceTalker or FaceTalk, because there isn't a recording time limit. ChatterKid that we're going to use next week has a 30-second time limit, but the developers of the app have not updated it to work with the latest iOS yet. So I'm waiting for them to update it because I really like for the kids to be able to get in everything that they wrote about. So next week, the kids are going to have to talk super quick to get it all in, but let me show you what I'm talking about. I'm going to flip my screen. Let me move this out. And you guys are going to see my iPad. And in the lower right-hand corner, you can see the icon for Hand Turkey. So this was the first thing that we did today. I had the kids load the app, open it up, and it asks them to press their hand against the iPad. And it will not work if you are just tapping the iPad with a finger. You really have to press your hand. And I tell them, make sure you have space in between your fingers, and then you put it down on your iPad, and then it creates a turkey. Now my hand is so big, my feathers never come out the way that I want. The kids are so much better at it because their hands are so much smaller, but I'm just gonna leave it as is today. And we talk about how the turkey has 5 feathers, including kind of the one that is heads on, because when they go to write their story, they're gonna brainstorm the 5 W's. And I'm gonna show you the brainstorming sheet here in a minute. So after they have their turkey, they're going to click the Decorate Your Turkey icon up at the top, and they're going to choose a headgear, outfit, and then what they want their feathers to look like. So there are 3 different rows. So today, a lot of the boys turn their turkey into football players, and then you've got all sorts of options for your feathers. And when they were finished creating their turkey, they clicked the X, and then they got to name their turkey. So down at the bottom it says name your turkey. The app prompts a name like Ebenezer McGobble here, but they can click the X here and type in whatever they want to name their turkey. So my example today was, I think it was Turkster Turkey. And then click done. And you know, you might have to give them a minute to think about, oh, what do they want to name the main character of their story? Do they want it to sound like a turkey name, or do they want it to be made up and really different? Totally up to the kids. Now, there is not a save to the camera roll option. I swear back in 2015 when I wrote this blog post about this app, there was. So today what we ended up having to do was screenshot the screen. Now, if you're particular and you don't want those leaves around, you can just have the kids tap the screen and they'll go away, and then they can take their screenshot, and then it will save to the camera roll. So that was the first part that we did today, and then the kids started their brainstorming. So let me come back to you and show you what that looks like. Here we go. And everything that I'm showing you here is in the blog post. You can download it. All of these printables are for free. And they have their 5 W's as well as their main idea for their story. So they just wrote their who, what, when, where, and why on the fingers of this hand to make it look like their hand turkey. And tomorrow, I'm not going to be in that classroom, but what the teacher's going to do is she printed out the stationery. Isn't this adorable? I got the iPad clip art from Technology Air Integration's Teacher Pay Teacher store. She has seasonal iPads that look just so cute. So she's going to give them a printout and then have the kids start writing their who, what, when, where, why of their turkey story. Then really quickly, in that same printout, I have grading rubrics that you can print out. Just super quick, easy 20-point rubric if you're interested in grading it. Then next week, I'm going to go back after they have written their story. Remember, we're first grade here, so I guess we're going to be lucky if we have at least 3 or 4 sentences with a beginning, a middle, and an end. They're going to import their turkey that they created today into an app that will allow them to record their voice. So like I said, we're just going to use ChatterKid. If you're not familiar with ChatterKid, let me show you really quickly how it works. I love this app because it's so easy to do. So easy to use. It kind of walks you step by step through how it works. So I'm going to go to ChatterKid here, and it's going to load. Usually it starts quacking at you, but my microphone's plugged in so we can't hear it. And then the kids are going to click on take a photo, but they're not actually going to take a photo because they've already saved their hand turkey to their camera roll. And then down in the lower left-hand corner, they're going to tap. And they're going to click camera roll and find their turkey. And then you can see in the upper right hand corner, it is just pulsing next. I love this app because it just tells you exactly what to do. I'm going to click next. And then it's going to show you need to draw a line for the mouth. A lot of times our K1 friends have a really hard time with this, and they'll draw a mouth like on the body or exactly where the mouth shouldn't be. So I like this app because it will allow you to pick your finger up and try again. So you might have to go and guide them to draw it exactly where it needs to be. Now, the turkey with the helmet makes it a little bit hard, but you'll see in a minute how cute it is. And then I'm going to click the record button, and it's going to count down 3, 2, 1. And then the kids start reading their story. And they have to read it pretty quickly with this app because there's only 30 seconds. And when they're finished, they're going to click stop. I'm going to unplug my, so you can hear it. And they're going to click play. You know what? It's not going to play out loud, but I'm going to show you an example of the final product here. And then when they're finished, they're going to click the top. They can add stickers, frames, text to add their name to it, and then they're going to click next at the upper right-hand corner, and then in the lower right-hand corner, they're going to save it to the camera roll. So from here, the kids can upload it to Seesaw. They could share it with people through Flipgrid, however you want them to share it. Or you could just have them partner up or get into small groups and play their little video for a friend. But let me pull this out of the way. Here's the blog post, like I said, that's linked in up above, and it has all of the steps, the free printouts if you care to have them actually handwrite their story. Here's my video. This was my example that I started the lesson off with today, so the kids knew exactly what the final product would look like or have a little bit of guidance. So let me press play.
To our students at school, when poof, one of our turkey stickers turned into me. I ran around
So that was the little story. Let me plug this back in. So next week, I'm going to head back to that same classroom, and we are going to do the publishing through ChatterKid. Thanks for joining, Brittany. Good to see you. So if you're watching the replay or if you're watching right now and you have any questions about this, feel free to leave your questions in the comments and I will get to them as soon as I can. Head to that blog post, get those free downloads, and give it a shot. Very, very easy project. So even if you're just beginning to use iPads in the classroom, give it a try. Your kids will really enjoy it. Even if they just make the hand turkey and then write their story, that's at least your first step. All right, I'll talk to you soon.